Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hi, everybody. Let me know if that's loud enough. Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm starting a bit early today, and by early I mean 10 minutes early. Yeah, let me know if the music is too quiet now or if it's just fine. I think that'll be good. Yeah, okay. I'm working out, learning how OBS and all of this stuff works. Hi, everybody. Hello. Sorry, bumped the microphone. I've been doing that a lot recently, and I don't know why. But anyways, hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I'm so excited to be here. Very, very happy. Very glad. Again, as always, apologies for my computer whirring like crazy in the background. She's going through a lot, okay? We gotta treat her with some kindness and some grace. So, hi everybody, welcome. I got out of class today. Thursdays I only have one class, and it's early in the day. So I ended at 11:15, I think. And that's been kind of like a comfortable place for me to, like, you know, start streaming afterwards. So yeah, hi everybody, welcome in. I have a lot to do. I guess we might as well just get right into planning the day. You know, why not? We're here, right? Also, by the way, I'm streaming on the music. I'm playing the music from my computer, like my downloaded songs. So hopefully there should be less buffering with that, especially when I was rendering and stuff, because I know that was an issue at a certain point. Is my friend Cheyenne here? Is my friend Shay here? Or Shy? Shy. Hi, Shy. Hi. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Usually a few people pop in, like, as I've already started and, you know, chatted away. But I see your message. Hi. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna rant about my day. That's usually what I do for the first 10 minutes. I just babble, and then we get into something serious. We get into more stuff. So, see, the problem is that I turned down the music on y'all's end, but not on my end, so it's like too loud for me. So there. Start learning how OBS works, guys. So let me know if that's loud enough or too loud or whatever. I think that'll be, yeah, that's okay. Sure, we'll just say that's okay. So anyways, as you see here on the left, my left, yeah, over here, we have goals for today, and today we're doing Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Let's go! We're essentially going to be editing just the clips. The audio, I've already edited all of the audio for essentially, like, pretty much the whole video. I've edited all of the audio for, and it's just the clips. I think it's fine for now. Okay, cool. Glad to know the audio's fine. During sandwich time, I'll turn it up. Sandwich time, if you don't know, is something else. Hi, I stumbled across you when I was looking for a YouTuber not named Kian Carlisle, who did a retrospective on Sweet Life on Deck. I've watched that video twice. Hi, music lover KB. If I could just call you KB, that'd be cool. That's awesome that you found me through Kian's videos. I'm a big fan of Kian's videos. I really appreciate that we have very different opinions on things, but, like, we can still, you know, have a discussion and stuff. I just realized the camera's slightly off. Like, Kian famously, in his retrospective on the Sweet Life series, hated the Sweet Life on Deck when I loved the Sweet Life on Deck. And I think that's great that we can share different opinions and people can appreciate them. So, yeah, thank you for hopping in, stumbling across the channel. I hope you enjoy the live stream. We're going to be doing some editing together. As you see here, we have a list of movies we have to edit. We've done on stream, we've done 3 movies already. We did You Wish, Right on Track, and the Even Stevens movie. So now we're going into Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, which is one I'm most excited about. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off is really close to my heart. Shy, actually, if you want to let us know. I watched this movie with Shy, so I'd love to hear your opinions. Shy plus Sal, my other podcast buddy, and another friend of mine, we all got together and I forced them to watch Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off with me. And it was a very fun experience. I had a very good time. I think I lost my voice because I was so enthralled by Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. I was just yelping at how crazy everything was. But yeah, that was a good time. I really enjoyed doing it. Well, actually, I wanted to see someone else do a video on the show, and I enjoyed your video. Oh, okay. Well, still, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed the On Deck series, like, trying to find different perspectives on it. I love that. That makes me so happy because, just because we talk about the same show doesn't mean that, like, there's nothing else to enjoy out of the video. Like, we were able to have different perspectives. It was like a fever dream. Yeah, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. Well, I think what contributes to it feeling like such a fever dream is the fact that it's like basically the plot of High School Musical, right? Like, I think we can agree on that. Where it's like, instead of musical theater and basketball, it's baseball and cooking, right? What if we combined baseball and cooking? Yeah, exactly. See, is what I was just saying. So it's like basically the plot of High School Musical. So like it feels very the plot feels like exactly where it's gonna go because of that. But then it's just like everything's just like slightly off. And then the guy from High School Musical 2 is the father in Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. So hi, Stefan. Hey, Ray. Good to see you again. So glad you're able to join us for another stream. It's a good time. My name's pronounced Stefan, by the way. I don't care if people say Stefan, Steven. It doesn't matter to me. I changed my channel name to my name because I thought it'd be easier for people to pronounce, and then I realized that like it's not easy to pronounce either. So, but yeah, I'm in the middle. I like The Sweet Life on Deck, and I think for a spinoff it was better than it had any right to be. It's also a very good standalone show, but still doesn't beat the original for me. I get that. I 100% get that. In retrospect, I do like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, the original show. I do have a fondness for it. I do like it. So I was probably diminishing that version a little bit more than I had to because I wanted to talk about how much I liked On Deck. So like in retrospect, I would have been nicer to The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody in my video because but On Deck wasn't even supposed to be a spin-off. Like, that was famously, like, the Disney Channel did that with multiple shows. I think one of the actors from Liv and Maddie came out and said that, like, the only reason why spin-offs would exist is so they could just, like, pay everybody less money, right? After 3 seasons, usually actors and people who worked on the show like to, like, negotiate contracts. Afterwards, if they just reboot the show but with the exact same everything, then it's like they can just pay them less money. So it's kind of a shady tactic. Don't worry, I don't think you were being mean to the original. You're expressing your stance. Yeah. I'm not gonna. I usually obviously I don't care if I offend somebody based on my opinions. That was obvious with the first DCOM video, right, where I was like full on trashing Xenon. That's like the most amount of comments I've gotten where people are like, I don't agree with your opinion, Xenon is amazing and you're wrong for hating it. And that's completely fine. Like, if people love, I like that people love Xenon, I just don't like it. So I actually was being mean to Xenon, though. I will admit that. And I don't really feel bad because I was expressing how I actually feel, but like, I didn't want to offend anybody. That wasn't my goal. I just didn't like Xenon. But yeah, I probably would have just been a little bit softer to it, just because it's not like, I like it more. As time has gone on, I've grown to like The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody a little bit more. But I still, especially in season 1, it's definitely Xenon never spoke to me either. Yeah, see, I think it's definitely like a more elder millennial thing, or like, maybe that's just me grasping. But I mean, it's literally called like Xenon Girl of the 21st Century. So it's like, it's for people who grew up in the tail end of the 20th century, like thinking about and aspiring to what the 21st century would be like. And I think that's why there's like a disconnect with a lot of audiences. We should get started. Let's continue chatting. I'm gonna put a timer for me that I can actually hear, because I kept going over time last time. So here we are, editing scene. Look at that. There's Eddie. We love Eddie and his $1 million cook-off. I have to crop this. So I've got to make sure I do that. I think part of it for me is because I was 11 and a half when the original Sweet Life premiered, and it was the first Disney Channel show I actually saw a premiere for. Yeah, I get that. Like, that's, like, one of, like, the core memories of childhood, like, that show. Yeah, so it's like, a big deal, you know? Like, I definitely remember that with certain shows. So, like, I remember watching premiere, and that was, like, a big deal to me. Okay, let's get the timer going. There we go, 35 minutes. We're going to start editing now. I've never seen Xenon before, but I always hear people, mainly millennials, speak fondly of it, so hearing another perspective was quite interesting. Yeah, I know, a lot of people love Xenon, so that's why I kind of felt bad for being mean to her, but I can only feel so bad. And also, like, I talked about the second movie in the last part, and I'm going to be talking about the third movie in this part that I'm editing now, if my editing software wouldn't be so slow. So I think the Xenon movies get better over time. Like, I grow to like them more, but I think they become more generic in a way. Like, if anything, even if I hated the first Xenon movie, it still was something more, you know? If I make any sense. Sup? Hey Jay, sup? How's it going? We're editing Eddie's $1 million cook-off and talking about Disney Channel stuff, because that's what we do here. I'm trying to get the cropping right on this. Sorry if it take like 10 years to do this cropping. Or did I do it? I think I got it perfectly. Let me see. Okay, I did. Oh, that's a horrible still image. Okay, there we go. I did it. Cropping done. Usually if I find the movie in 16:9, I just leave it in 16:9, because I feel no need to, you know, obviously, like, I originally, like, would, all these movies, everything before Princess Protection Program is made in 4:3, but a lot of these movies, especially the really popular ones, I can only ever find in 16:9, which I think is erasure, but what are you gonna do? Out of the Xenon trilogy, the first movie's plot is the most memorable to me. The sequels, I can't even describe them, lol. First time in your stream. Well, thank you. Hi, Jay. Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. And KBS for the Xenon trilogy, I agree. The first plot is the most memorable to me. Like, I feel like even if I don't like the movie, like, there's something so iconic about, like, the little earpiece thing. You know what I mean? Sorry, I heard somebody outside, and I got concerned for a second. My window faces a parking lot, so people just, like, do things out there. So I agree, like, the little, like, chip that she wears as an earring is, like, so iconic. And then, like, in the other two movies, it's like, I don't know, aliens. Even then, like, the aliens are barely a part of the plot. Princess Protection Program mentioned. Yep, that's 2007 or 2008. I'm gonna be talking about it in this video. I already edited that part of my opinions on... Is it? Yeah, Princess Protection Program has to be, because part 2 is gonna end... I said this in the last stream. Part 2 is gonna end with Starstruck, because that's the last movie of the Ribbon era. And then after that, and that's also, like, right at another 40. It's 38, technically, but, you know. It makes more sense to end the part 2 video with Starstruck, and then start part 3 with the Rounded Square era. Like, it's very thematically, it works, I think. Oh, also, by the way, I'm drinking Emergency because I really don't want to get sick, and I swear, some people are so inconsiderate. I think someone literally coughed on me. I think someone literally coughed on me today, this morning. If I could rant about my day for a little bit. I woke up at like 6:30, which I never do. I woke up like unnecessarily early, which really has me annoyed. So, like, on top of that, I woke up early. And then I went to go get breakfast, because I rarely get breakfast because I'm rarely up early enough to get breakfast. So I got breakfast, and some guy, like, I was sitting right next to the waffle stand, because there's like a make your own waffle bar at my dining hall. It never works, but today it was working. And so someone was like right behind me, and they were making their waffle, and they just open mouth coughed, and I was like, that's not what this is about. So you're editing videos right now that you plan to drop in the future? Yes, I am, Jay. I'm working currently on my DCOM Part 2 video, because I uploaded the first part already 3 weeks ago, which is why I'm like, this is me forcing myself to edit, to do work. So yes, my DCOM Part 2 video should hopefully be coming out next week. I'm definitely doing a lot of work outside of just like these streams. I'm doing a lot of work outside of it, but we promised that we would do Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off last week. We were like, we're doing Eddie. That's a horrible thing to say. Pretend I didn't say that. Strike that from the record. So, yes, we're editing for future videos of mine. Just the footage, though, not the actual audio, because I can't do that on live. That would be too embarrassing. Demi's Two Worlds Collide in Princess Protection Program gets me so much. I don't remember how that song goes. Can I be completely honest? I do remember that was a classic song, though. I remember the video used to play all the time during the bumpers, the commercial times, right? Disney Channel never had commercials. They just advertised their own stuff. Pretty impressive. Anyways, so I was talking about how some guy fucking coughed on me. So I'm drinking Emergency right now. Can I show you guys this mug real quick? Like, it comes with a little... See, look, it comes with a little coaster, a little heart coaster. See? It's really cute. I love it a lot. So I'm drinking Emergency. Plus, it's been cold. I hope everyone's staying warm out there. I know all across the United States it's been, like, freezing, so... People straight up cough without covering their mouths or turn away all the time at work, and I'm like, did y'all not learn to cover it in elementary school? Or, for real, hope you don't get sick. Thank you, Shy. Yeah, I agree. I literally thought that exact same thing today when some guy fucking coughed right behind me. I was like, did you forget that they teach you to cover your mouth when you cough, or at least keep your mouth closed? I was like, Jesus, Christmas. I like Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. It's underrated. I actually watch it all the time. Watched it all the way through the first time during quarantine on Disney+. I have an affinity for Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. I like it. I will say that I do like it. It's like not... Compared to all the other movies, it's not like my favorite, but man, did I love it when I watched it for the first time. I'd never seen it before this watch through, and I watched it with my buddies. We had a couple of coladas. That's why I wear my mask at work. People are gross. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, especially when, like, for, like, a job where it's like I have to be here and all of these people are gross. It's, like, better to stay safe out there. I agree. I'm such a hermit outside of going to class. And even in class, I'm like, I should, especially if I know I'm sick, but I still have to attend class, it's like I am going to wear a mask because I'm not trying to get anybody else sick either. Like, what happened to common courtesy, right? But anyways, Shy and I, plus Sal, my other podcast buddy, we watched this movie together for the first time, had a couple of drinkity drinks, as one does. And I don't know if that made the experience more enjoyable. Sorry, I'm looking around because the keys that I use are like blocked by my microphone. I'm like an idiot over here covering up my keys. So anyways. I really enjoyed watching this movie, maybe because we had a little drinkity drinks on us, or maybe just because it's a good movie. Who knows? Who can tell? Why is it not playing? Hello? Okay. I wanted to get the shot of these generic sodas exploding, but I can't. Apparently I just can't get it. We're just gonna clip it there. Okay, I need to... My drinky drinks. Yes, we had a couple drinky drinks. I famously, kind of screwed it up. We were making pina coladas, but I had sake, because a friend of mine bought, a massive bottle of sake, and we drank, a little bit of it, and then, this is over 21, Fun times, by the way. If YouTube is watching, if Mr. Google is watching, I'm talking about non-alcoholic sake. Y'all, this editing business looks hard. I'm shit at editing. Like, famously, I'm garbage at editing. So, like, that's also why I'm, trying this. There. Oh. Okay, I think my keyboard is just not working, actually. I think that's what's happening here, is that my keyboard isn't working. Yeah, editing is hard for me. I struggle with it a lot. So that's why I've delayed it so much. That's why I haven't, like, done any of it. There we go. So I said this last time on stream. Last time on stream I talked about how my, last Friday, my keyboard, like, right after I ended the live yesterday, my keyboard just, like, ate it. It was, it's, like, stopped working completely. And so I was quite upset about that. And then I went to the corner store to get batteries, and they didn't fucking have any. And that made me so upset. And so I think my keyboard's out of batteries, which is the worst. There's Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Good to see you. My poor keyboard. I've never changed the batteries before, so. Oh wow, I never watched this movie, and I found out Rose McIver from iZombie is in this. I love that show. Yes, she is in this movie as, she's one of the girl baseball players. And she, like, pretends to be on the cheer team, which baseball does not have cheerleaders. So, that's rough in general. But it's because she doesn't want to tell her mom that, oops, I didn't mean to shift, I wanted to alt-delete. That's why she doesn't want to tell her mom that she plays baseball, I think, is what it is. Yeah. I think that's the right person. I think that's the person I'm thinking about, right? Because she's the one in iZombie. She's the main character, I think. I think I'm remembering her right. The right person. Yeah, I like Eddie's Million Dollar Cook-Off probably because I made pina coladas with sake instead of... What is the normal? Tequila? Is that what you put in those normally? A true blazer. Cheers for baseball. I know. A true trailblazer. That's what I said in my brain, but I didn't say it out loud. A true trailblazer. Cheer for baseball. I know, like, she should have invented, like, cheerleading, like, like the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, but, like, I don't know, Yankee. I literally don't know any baseball teams. How embarrassing is that? The Yankee cheerleading girls, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, see, look, there she is. Is that her? Am I right? Not her. Her. This is her, right? Yes, I'm pretty sure that's her. God damn it, man. My stupid keyboard is not working. That's okay. I'll live. I gotta show her pink scrunchie coming out, you know what I mean? To show that, she's like de-girlifying and becoming a baseballer. There we go. Well, let's get Eddie showing that he's like a dude's dude. Yeah. Ha! Okay. There we go. Yep, that's her. Okay, good. I was right then. Very glad. Very glad that I was right. We're going lengthy with these clips, probably just because I'm, like, feeling lazy. Okay. So, I hope everyone's day is going well. Hope everyone's doing okay. How much time do I got? 21. Okay, I'm going a lot speedier than I thought I was. I thought I was already, like, more than halfway done. I like to stop every once in a while and look through the cuts to make sure they're not, like, too, insane or anything. I thought that I did that. Did I not do that? Was that, like, naturally sped up? That's crazy. Let me see that. Let me see that again. Yeah, it was. Whoa. How weird. I missed out on a lot of Disney movies. Crazy how I don't know this movie. Yeah, this one was quite popular, but it was, it's that early Bounce era where, like, they were still kind of transitioning into this, out of the Zoog stuff. Like, I would say this is, like, one of the last, like, Zoog movie. This was, like, one of the first, like, true, like, non-Zoog movies, if that makes sense. Because it really has that, like, later DCOM energy. A lot of their early DCOM movies just don't have that right energy. They just they feel very, like, generic TV movie, if that makes sense, versus, like, I feel like the DCOM is so sacred as a genre and has, like, it's a very specific quality to it compared to other telemovies, as people call it, right? Yeah, I think they're very sacred. And, like, people see that and they appreciate that. So you can kind of see the Disney Channel, like, go more in that direction, especially with, like, Cheetah Girls and High School Musical. What year did it drop? What year did it drop? I don't want to look things up, because last time I looked things up, my entire computer died. My computer's hanging on by a thread doing this. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember, actually, I can just pull it up on my files. I have it here. I have all of my file information in here. Has Anneliese von der Pol ever been in a DCOM? I don't know. I don't think she has. I'd have to check. Oh, 3, Shy? Thank you for being my Google, Shy, if you did look that up. Yeah, 2003 just checked. Okay, cool. 2003. So, yeah, like, this is early Bounce era stuff. We're talking, like, one of the first ever Bounce era stuff. Like, we're saying, like Disney Channel theme just got invented when this movie came out. Like, it had, like, the Disney Channel theme had just barely existed when this movie came out. I gotta show them just absolutely demolishing these hot dogs. Gotta get a disgusting clip of that. 2003, I wasn't even on this planet yet. Ugh. I mean, I was, but I wasn't, like, that old, so I shouldn't be like, oh my gosh, that makes me feel so old, because it doesn't. But I was alive when this movie came out, which is the first time I can really say that for a lot of these. Like, literally the whole first video, like, I was only alive for, like, the last 10 or something like that. Help, I was still in the crib when this movie came out. Yep. In the crib. Yep, same here. Shy and I are around the same age, so we're very close in age. Yeah, look at that hot dog. Just absolutely smashing that hot dog. See, why does that look really good? Looks really good. I want something with, like, what was that, sauerkraut he was sprinkling on there? It's wild. Okay, this is the scene where the mom, yeah, she, like, slices her hand open so she can't cook dinner. So Eddie's like, what if I cook dinner? Yeah, good stuff. Also, Orlando Brown, he was in a lot of stuff, wasn't he? Has Orlando Brown done anything bad? I feel like I remember hearing that, like, he got arrested for something. Anyways, maybe if I don't know anything about somebody, I shouldn't talk about them. So, yeah, I gotta love Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. I have a fun time with it. So, see, they're, like, whisking or whatever. Actually, I'm gonna cut it here. Yeah, that's probably better. Let me split it here. There. I'm gonna have to go get more batteries, because my keyboard runs on AAA batteries. And they didn't have any at the store. I checked yesterday because I was hoping I could buy some, and they only had AA. So they have batteries. It's just not the right kind. So that's so annoying. Also, just for, you know, to update y'all, when I'm doing this editing, I try my best to make the clips within 2 to 3 seconds long. Nothing over 5 seconds, because I don't want it to get caught by copyright. I don't want to get copyright claimed. Disney knew how to get people hungry, man. Every show or movie, they always laid out the most immaculate food. I agree. Like, the food, I will give this movie credit for it being a cooking movie. The food always looks darn good in this thing. Even if it's like some kind of like gross thing, you know what I mean? Like, it still looked damn good. Like, even the, like, you know what? Is it controversial to say that I actually like the purple sauce? Because I kind of want the purple sauce. It apparently tastes like barbecue sauce. Like, how come no one's made that yet? A purple barbecue sauce based off of this movie. I feel like that would have been awesome, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, see, like this thing, like this looks good. Like, I would eat this, 1000%. See, how come some keys on my keyboard work, but others don't? I don't know. Anyways. Like this, like, mashed potato, like, thing. That looks awesome. I want that. I'm gonna speed it up. I'm a plain guy. The only sauce I mess with is barbecue. I famously love all kinds of sauces. I'm like a sauce person. Shai can attest to this. I literally, like, whenever we go to a restaurant or a place, I get like if they have like 10 different kinds of dips, I get all the dips. Cause what's life without a cheeky little dip? You know what I mean? Let's do 3. Let's see how that looks. If that doesn't look crazy or not. Okay, that looks fine. Yeah, that's fine. No one will care. So I'm a big fan of all kinds of dips. I love hot sauce. I actually got upset today because when I went to go get breakfast, they normally have like hot sauce, like different kinds of hot sauces to choose from, and they didn't have any today. They only had like ketchup and stuff, and I was like, damn, because I put hot sauce on all my breakfast food. I'm like getting this to the point where I'm gonna be like Aqua, from. You know, like Aqua from Cheetah Girls, where she has hot sauce in her bag, and Galleria makes fun of her. The Cheetah Girls is next on this list of things, so that's why I was thinking about it. But that's like a famous scene. That's a famous thing in that movie, that because Aqua's from Texas, she like she's from Texas, so she loves hot sauce, right? Since I walked into a convo regarding sauces, barbecue is my fave. I like it better than ketchup, honestly. Oh yeah. You know what? I agree. Life is about having a carb and dipping it in 10 different dips, or whatever Dan Howell said. Exactly. You like mayo and mustard, don't you? Yeah, I fuck with mayo hard. Let me clarify that. Let me clarify that statement. I like it on a sandwich. I will never eat mayo as it is, but I like it as a thin little spread. Okay, I love a thin little spread of it on a sandwich. Mustard, I'll eat just straight up mustard. I love mustard. I'll put a lot of mustard on my sandwiches. Barbecue sauce is quite good. Big fan of sweet and sour sauces personally. I agree. I love all the sauces. I'm a sauce person. What can I say? I mean, honestly, like, look, like this sauce, like the sauce that he puts on the, like this, like, what is this sauce? Is this like a dragon fruit, like, sauce? Because it's like neon red, and that looks fucking amazing. Mustard, my beloved. See, Shai and I are both mustard fans. We're on the mustard team together. Big fan of mustard. Why was that so short? What the heck? That was like 2 frames of the mother. I wanted more of her. Give me more of her. I can't go frame by frame either because my fucking keys aren't working. God, that's so annoying. Oh, is this work? Oh, I got the button here. I didn't even realize I have the button. Can't believe what I'm hearing right now. Y'all mustard and mayo merchants. Listen, Jay. What can I say? I love me some mustard. What can I say? But I understand people who don't like it. Like, if you don't like it, that's fine. Like, I'm not personally offended or anything, you know what I mean? See, now the delete button isn't working as much. This is upsetting. During sandwich time, I might just have to go run to get batteries. Because my stupid keyboard isn't working. Oh, see, like, this is pissing me off. Eddie's trying to... He's making me upset. Okay. Because this is his brother making fun of him for being effeminate. Because he likes cooking, which, like, makes no sense. I mean, Eddie says it himself. He's like, half the people on the Food Network are men anyways. There. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on the Even Stevens movie. Oh, yeah, I'm glad. I just edited it in the last live stream on last Friday. It's on my channel if you want to look back at the clips I gathered. I don't know how much value these videos will have, these live streams will have in the future, but yeah, overall I thought it was okay. I've never seen Even Stevens. I said in the last stream, I've never seen Even Stevens. I've never even thought to watch it, like, as a kid. You know what I mean? So, like, I just never watched it growing up. And so this was my first time ever watching anything Even Stevens related, was watching the movie. So I thought it was, like, a fine introduction or part. I didn't think it didn't make me not want to watch the show. I'm still probably never going to watch the Even Stevens show, but it, like, did a good job of like, I feel like it did a good job of telling me, like, what the show is all about. You know what I mean? Welcome to the... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, my brain, like, short-circuited when I had to read something. It's a bit embarrassing. This is so funny, because he's like, look at the fucking spoons, bro. Like, you've never seen a kitchen before? Anyways, no, I'm sorry. I don't mean to make fun of Eddie. So this is when he signs his bros up for home economics instead of computer science. Yeah, we gotta get some of that in there. Oh, by the way, if you see this little marker here at 2 minutes and 36 seconds, that's how long I talked about this movie for. So that's how long I need to make the clips. I use the key command so often, I have no idea how to delete this without my keyboard. Sorry, ignore me, I'm just like... There we go. So anyways, you answered my question before I could even ask it. Yes, I have never seen, I'm assuming it's about Even Stevens, if I'd watched the show or not. I have not watched the show. One I am interested in watching is actually Lizzie McGuire. I'm interested in watching Lizzie McGuire because... I feel like there's just, like, something that, like, is gonna unlock in my brain to make me understand Disney Channel a little bit more. Because I feel like I understand it pretty well, which is why I make the videos about it, you know? And part of me thinks that, like, I need to get that in my brain. I need to get that show. Like, I need to understand it, you know? And what it means for society. Even Stevens, honestly, is worth the watch. It's really underrated. The creator of the show would later go on to do Zeke and Luther. Since you reviewed that show, the humor in both shows were similar. Yes, I did know that. I'm so mad that I forgot to mention that in the actual video. I put it in the description in case anyone, like thought I didn't know. Or were, like, upset that I didn't mention it. I don't think anyone was. But... Yes, I love Zeke and Luther, famously. Big Zeke and Luther stan over here. I honestly, I don't have the desire to, like watch it at least right now, but maybe I'll give... I always try to give a show a chance. And if I'm like, you know what? I don't like this show, then I stop. Or if I decide, like... Also, if I watch a show, there's no guarantee I'm going to make a video about it. Like famously, there are plenty of shows that I watched, and I was like, yeah, not going to make a video on this. Damn, these shows old. Lizzie really dropped in 2001. It's okay, most people don't know that anyway. Yeah, like most people don't know that Zeke and Luther was made by those people. And yeah, Lizzie McGuire's from 2001. Like, I really I have not watched a lot of the pre-Bounce era stuff. Like, it just never intrigued me, you know? So I'm like, I should really, you know, since I've delved into that realm of things with the DCOMs, I think it like has opened my mind up to wanting to watch some of the older shows as well. Yeah, most people not knowing about the guys who created Zeke and Luther being the same people who created Even Stevens, as well as Phil of the Future, as far as I'm aware. I think that's very fascinating because those shows were from the early 2000s, and Zeke and Luther was like a good 5-6 years later, right? So it's kind of like, it kind of makes me think that, like, the people who made those shows had not worked on any Disney Channel project for, like, a while. And then they decided to launch Disney XD, and they're like, okay, let's get the guys who created the boy shows back to make Zeke and Luther. Oh, it's Remove! Okay. Sorry, I'm like, relearning how my editing software works without a keyboard. Lizzie and Even Stevens are both Zoog/Bounce era. Yes, they started in the Zoog era, and they both continued into the Bounce era. Hence why the Even Stevens movie is in the Bounce era. Famously, the Lizzie McGuire movie is not a DCOM because it was made for theatrical release. She grew beyond the DCOM realm. Same thing with like the Hannah Montana movie. So like I won't be talking about those movies in the video. I do mention when they came out. Like, you know, like, oh, this happened, like, the movie came out at this point, kind of thing. Okay, wait, yeah, I gotta get that. I couldn't get enough of Raviv Ullman. Sure did. Yep. Who is Raviv Ullman? I don't know who that is. I would need to know who that is I'm assuming in the movie here. Is it Eddie? I don't know. Hi Phoenix. Hi. What's up? Yeah, there we go. That's where we'll split it. Oh, excuse me. I had a coffee this morning, but I did not have a second one, and I should have made a coffee today, but I have my vitamin C, so I'm definitely gonna make a cup of coffee during sandwich time. He was Phil from Phil of the Future. Yes, okay. See, what's embarrassing is that I know him as the guy from Pixel Perfect. Because I've only seen the DCOMs. So, but yes, he was Phil of the Future. Yes, he's great. He's a great Disney ingenue boy. Though at the time he went by Ricky as a stage name. Yeah, see, that's probably why I couldn't, like, it didn't connect to my brain, because I didn't know his stage name either from back in the day, but that's like a good probably reason why I didn't know who that was when you first typed out his name. Yeah, he's a great Disney ingenue boy, along with, there's others, obviously, but I can't think of them right now. But there's some good Disney ingenue boys out there, and that's just like I think Jenny Nicholson is the one who like said that name first when talking about like Vampire Diaries. But like those are the kids I think of, like those Disney Channel like male actors who just have like very much like Aladdin energy about them. You know, they kind of like they have that way of talking where it's like, stop right there, Jafar. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That's Disney ingenue boy to me, where they just like have that very 90s like, what are you doing? Like action hero voice, but they're like a child. And the guy from Phil of the Future is like one of those up there for me, especially in Phil of the Future. I mean in Pixel Perfect, I mean. I honestly like want to make a movie of separate standalone video about the movie Pixel Perfect, because that thing is fascinating. That movie is, it's a lot. I might just have to edit the clips by myself because this video is going to be coming out very soon. Yes, he totally has that. Yeah, see what you know what I'm talking about? Disney ingenue boy voice. Again, the reason why I use that phrase because Jenny Nicholson said that when talking about one of the characters from Vampire Diaries, because he talks like that. He's like we gotta defeat the vampires. You know, like that very, very 90s, 2000s way of talking that, like, people did. It's kind of like the modern equivalent of, like, the transatlantic accent, right? where it's like no one actually talks like that in real life, but like actors are probably told to like over enunciate so people can understand what they're saying, especially in these kinds of movies where it's like they're not like art house films, you know, where it's like they're supposed to be like mumblecore or whatever, right? It's like these are very like plain for the everyday people, so they're kind of playing to the back of the audience. That's why I think Aladdin talks like that in Aladdin. Ethan too. Yes, like 1000%. I'm assuming you're talking about Ethan Morgan from My Babysitter's Vampire. It's giving Sonic. Our Sonic impressions. Yes, where I go like, hey, what's up? It's Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, yeah, like well, I literally have Sonic here. Do you see him? Do you see my Sonics in the corner there? Them. Yeah, well, that's literally, I guess I could call it Sonic the Hedgehog voice, other than, like, Disney Ingenue Boy voice. Like, it's the same thing. Like, literally Sonic fits in that realm. We're done here. How far did we get? We got a good 45 seconds in. That's pretty decent, honestly. You can see why it takes me so long to make these videos. But let's switch over back to the planning stage. Something interesting to know about Even Stevens is that out of all of the DCOMs, it's the one the network had the least control over. They let them do whatever they wanted. I think Rory talks a lot like that too. Yes! Okay, so first of all, for the Even Stevens movie, I could totally believe that, because the energy of the plot especially is so different from everything else. I think the plot is a lot more unique. And then as for, I think Rory talks like that, 1000%. That's just like how actors, I think, are told to enunciate in movies, you know, especially like in television shows and like maybe even things for kids. I don't know, but yeah, I think of Rory being like, don't worry guys, when Santa Claus gets here, like, ugh, love Rory, he's the best. Shout out to Rory Keener from the BAV. Yeah, the Even Stevens movie felt very different. Like, I think I say in my review that, like, I was not expecting... I actually genuinely was surprised by the twist, which, like, is never the case for these DCOMs. Well, I was talking about the show, and the DCOM is, like, an amalgamation of Disney sitcoms. Oh, okay. I get it. DisCom. Sorry, I misread. I'm not spoiling anything, but remember the voice thing for the podcast? Loki, hi, welcome in. I don't know if you sent a message earlier or not. The voice thing for the podcast, I don't remember, because it's been years since we recorded the podcast. Maybe Shy knows, if Shy is still here. But if you could remind me. It's okay, it's all good. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've never seen Even Stevens, so I don't know how different it is from other, especially because I haven't seen a lot of Disney sitcoms from that time, so I don't know how different it would be. You're making me want to watch it, and I just said like a week ago that I had no interest in watching it, but now I'm like, my interest is piqued. But anyways, remember the voice thing from the podcast? I'm trying to think. Damn, I'm like drawing a huge blank. Oh, is it when I think we quoted like a Sonic parody or somebody, where it was no, remember it in the future. Oh, yes. All I can think is maybe some of our soundboard bites, but we had so many I can't pinpoint a specific one. Remember the voice thing for the... Oh! I understand what you're saying now, Loki. Sorry. I have to remember my Disney Ingenue Boy voice for the podcast, because we're doing Gravity Falls now, which we gotta do that, Shy. We gotta record our Gravity Falls podcast. We're kind of like lagging. But anyways, yes, the movie's plot twist at the end is wild. I agree. The Even Stevens movie, plot twist is fucking insane. I was not expecting it to all be a reality TV show. Well, because, like, literally only a few years later with the Proud Family movie, like, they do the same plot, essentially, which is that, like, you put the nuclear family on a remote island, but there's no, like, twist like that. And I'd already seen the Proud Family movie because I was a huge fan of the Proud Family show as a kid. So yeah, I wasn't expecting it at all. But yes, I will remember Disney Ingenue voice, because I literally think in Gravity Falls we get a lot of that. Speaking of the podcast, what ep of Victorious was that joke never gets a laugh? That was season 1, episode 5. It's Roborazzi. It's the one that we reviewed for April Fools. No, it's not Roborazzi. I'm lying. It's the Freak Out episode where they go to the karaoke bar, and that's the karaoke guy, and he's like, he says a really bad joke, and he's like, that joke never gets a laugh. It's horrible. Pleek. We gotta continue Gravity Falls. I agree, Shy. We're gonna like hop on a Discord call and just like record like 5 episodes in a row at this point, just because we gotta get that ball rolling again. So yes, I don't remember the episode. I don't remember the exact episode, but it's the season 1 episode, Freak the Freak Out, like the double parter, where Kat and Jade sing a song on stage, and at the karaoke bar, and they lose to those talentless girls, right? Yeah, the MC is like really annoying in that episode, and so I thought it was funny. I don't even know why I included that. Like, how did I even? Because like some of the Victorious sound bites that we have were from the parody April Fool's episode that we recorded, where we like, without telling anybody, secretly recorded an episode of did a review of an episode of Victorious. So like I have sound bites from the episode Roborazzi. Like it was Sal's birthday, I think, when we recorded it, or around the time of Sal's birthday. So we let Sal pick, and Sal picked Roborazzi. Freak the Freak Out is the ultimate jam. It's my favorite Victorious song. I quite like it. I like famously have a huge affinity for the Victorious soundtrack. I think I made a joke a while back from my Spotify Wrapped, like when Wrapped was coming out. I was like, I am dangerously close to having the Victorious cast as my top 5 artists. Freak the Freak Out is just a good song. I know, it's so good. Dog, we even had a Jack Black soundbite. We just got clips from anything. That's true. We had the Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, I don't know why we referenced FNAF so much. My personal favorite Victoria song is Give It Up. Yes, that's from the same episode. What a banger of a 2-parter episode, having 2 amazing songs. Give It Up and Freak the Freak Out. Classic. But yeah, I just like randomly was watching Freak the Freak Out, I guess, and I thought it'd be funny if I included clips, some audio sounds. Like, so I included that joke never gets a laugh, and then Ariana Grande saying, that is so not tight. You know what? I wonder if I could pull it up. No, because my computer's gonna die it's gonna explode if I try and pull up the soundboard. That thing already makes my computer run like crazy, and I'm already like running 5 things that this computer gets mad at me for running at the same time. So Give It Up slays. I agree. It's so good. I love Liz Gillies as a vocalist. She's so good. That song is so Moulin Rouge coded. Really? I've never seen Moulin Rouge. So that sounds pretty cool. Hope no one minds the Christmas music, by the way. Hope no one minds the Christmas music. I just have all of Dan and Phil beats like on shuffle. So, yeah. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to yawn, but I did. Lady Marmalade. Okay. That's the same thing. Same thing. I do love Lady Marmalade. That song is so over the top. But yeah, I agree. I could see it being like an inspiration point for Backhouse Mike. I think he's the one who wrote all those songs. Yeah, it is very Lady Marmalade. I agree. I think my favorite Victoria song, I would love to rank all of them. Would that be something that would be fun to do? Like doing rankings live on stream? That would be fun. 365 Days goes platinum in my house. Doing everything in your power not to get copyrighted. I see the vision. Yes. I will play the Christmas lo-fi music if that means I don't get taken down for copyrighted music. 365 Days is good. I would love to do a ranking of every Victoria song, because there's not that many. There's only like 30, like a full, like only like an album and then like 2 EPs, I think. So like that would be awesome. But I have to put Give It Up at like high up. Like Give It Up is so good. But you know what's probably like secretly I might even think is even better, and this is like not even a hot take because everyone loves this song, but Take a Hint. So good, so good. Take a Hint is like, it's amazing. I love Victoria Justice, her vocals with Liz Gillies. It's prime time. LMAO 30, that's like 2 albums I'm crying. Yeah, I know! It's like such a small amount of music. They did not release a lot of music for that show. We're done. We're done with our break time. Take a hint. I know. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let's get back to editing. Let's get back to being productive. Oh, I gotta fucking set the timer again. Shit. Sorry. YouTube, I didn't say any swear words. Don't hear. I'm not saying any swear words. Let me see. Song to You, Countdown, All I Want Is Everything, Tell Me That You Love Me, top-notch hits. I agree. They're all so good. I really love All I Want Is Everything. That song is like kind of like, it's such a slay. I think that one's really good. My other favorite one is Here's to Us. That's like one of the really late stage ones, like in like the list of episodes that like no one watched. Can't Forget You Don't Own Me. I agree. The only solo Liz Gillies song. Really good. That's like the songs I probably listen to the most from Victorious are probably like All I Want Is Everything. I just blanked on Here's to Us. Here's to Us. Here's the number 2 Us, because it's, you know, it's a Prince song, I guess. And then You Don't Own Me. Yeah, those are like up there. Best Friend's Brother. Yes, Best Friend's Brother also slaps. It also slaps. I like high-key agree. LA Boys. Yes. Both of those songs have Ariana Grande, right? They're Victoria Justice songs with Ariana Grande, if I remember correctly. Or I think Ariana Grande just has background vocals in Best Friend's Brother. But she's like fully featuring on... Oh, my keyboard's working again. What the heck? Oh no, it only worked for like 2 seconds. But she actually features on LA Boys. Yeah. Just a soundtrack of bangers all around. It's funny because last stream we had gotten to talking about Big Time Rush, and now we're talking about Victorious. So I just wanted to. Oh, I keep hitting trim when I mean to hit split. So LA Boys is meh to me. I can see that. It's very it's like the production is kind of dated. So like if you're not like super into like very very like 2010s sounding pop, it's like it's not good in that. It's not. It could be seen as kind of rough for some people in that sense. Yeah, but some of the songs don't have the background vocals on streaming, I think. Yes, that is true. They like really took out some of the background vocals for like the CD official release. That's just weird. I haven't heard Big Time Rush in forever. I literally shared my Big Time Rush playlist last stream. I sent the link because I was like, listen, they got some bangers on there. I don't really I'm not like super into Big Time Rush currently anymore. But I was a rusher for sure growing up. I gotta get Eddie taking this $1 million cook-off pamphlet. There. To show that he has interest. He has interest in cooking. Yeah, there we go. Wait, make it a little longer. Okay. There we go. So, yeah, I love the Dan and Phil beats, even if it's Christmas music. Like, I think another Christmas song is playing. Yeah. Specifically the song D's Chestnuts. I tried not to call attention to the titles because some of them are fucking wild. But yeah, D's Chestnuts. This song's going off right now. Till I Forget About You might be an S tier BTR song. I agree. I 100% agree. Till I Forget About You is a banger. It's a bopperino. I ranked every Big Time Rush song because there's like a bajillion. There's like over 100. They were very prolific, even before their hiatus, because they made like 4 albums, I think. Oh yes, can't forget about the food fight. What an amazing moment in cinematic history. This movie has 2 food fights. Isn't that a bit? It's a bit excessive. But anyways, I ranked every Big Time Rush song. I can't remember what my top 10 is. I can't remember. My favorite song is Paralyzed. Like, if anyone was wondering what my favorite BTR song is, it is Paralyzed. That song is a bop and a half. So, and I'm glad it's finally on streaming now. Even if it's a re-recorded version, it like wasn't available anywhere. I said this last stream as well. Like, it literally was only available like on I think iTunes. And then so like people who bought it on iTunes would just make like lyric videos on YouTube, and that's how I listened to it. What a banger. Take a Hint is good, but it doesn't wow me that much. A lot of LGBTQ plus people have said that Liz's 1, 2, 3 was their gay awakening. I respect that, even if I don't get it. Well, very true, KB. I think that song awakened a lot of things in people and made them realize a lot of things they hadn't realized before. That's wild that is such a universal experience for people, and I love that. Paralyzed. Yep. I love Paralyzed. She's so good. She's just like so good. There's just something about, I don't know, it's just, I can't get into it because then I'll talk about it for the rest of the stream, just how good Paralyzed is. So I gotta cut myself off. Oh, I gotta get this absolute pie smack. Look at that. Bop. So good. Okay, well let me like refine this trim. I try to get like some good shots in, you know what I mean? Where was it? Where was the pie smack? Here it is. Is it right here? I think it's right here. I'm just gonna wing it and see if it's right here. Fucking stop it. I mean, sorry, I'm not swearing, YouTube. Having 2 food fights was definitely a bit much for this movie. I agree. 2 food fights. It was like, just couldn't get enough of them, you know? Oh, it's too short, actually. I'm gonna make it longer. Too many food fights. Like, I think I was a bit like, when I saw the first one, I was like, okay, that's fun, that's cute. But the second one, I was like, this, you know, because it's mainly about the 2 friend characters fighting. So like it starts with them like actually like fighting each other for real, and then it somehow devolves into a food fight. And I'm like, this could have just been like a schoolyard scrap. It didn't have to be another food fight. Let me get to the purple sauce. Yeah, purple sauce. I specifically want to get the shot, if I did record it, I want to get the shot of Orlando Brown like eating it, because that really stuck in my mind when it first came out. All that good food going to waste. I know, that's what I think is the most crazy about the food fight. It's like just like all of this like food, just like is that a tomato? Wait, I'm sorry. Is this what is this? Is this a stray tomato? Look at that. It's too gloopy. It like mushed in midair. What is that? What is this? Anyways, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I have to do my job. Gotta love the purple sauce. See, I want to eat this. I want to eat the purple sauce. I want to be like Orlando Brown. Yeah, that's what I wanted. It's so crazy. What a crazy move to just like. Anyways, let me get the other one out of here. Let me get this out of here. Do kids even get in food fights besides in movies and TV shows? I've never seen a food fight in real life. I don't know if that's a real thing people do, honestly. If you've ever been in a food fight before, or if you've ever witnessed one or heard of one, I would love to hear what your experience. I would love to hear your truth. I want to hear your food fight experience, because that's like such a movie thing. Like, no one would actually do that. And I mean, like, if you're with your siblings at the dinner table and you throw a cup of noodles at each other, like, that doesn't count. Like, that you know, I guess that's a food fight. So like, I don't even know if I've ever done that in my life. Like, I don't think I probably would have. I don't think that would have been allowed in my household. But like, I'm talking like Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off level food fight is what I'm wondering about, if anyone's experienced that, because that's too short. That's too short. Is my keyboard just like, it like goes from working to like not working, which is like really pissing me off. But anyways, never gotten into a food fight or heard of anyone happening. Yeah, see? LMAO, we're turning food fights into urban legends now. Like, did they actually happen though? Like, or is it like just like a fake thing that's in movies? Because there's no way. I mean, obviously one had to happen in real life. It's not like a screenwriter invented the idea, the concept of the food fight. Like, obviously one has existed in the past. But like, how far in the past are we talking here? In my primary school, it was common for boys to throw milk cartons at each other during break. No actual food fights. Food fights are a conspiracy by Big Foodie to sell more food. Big Foodie is trying to... This movie was made by Big Foodie to promote kids to cook more? I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't be a conspiracy person, clearly. I don't have the chops for it. It's too short. Any clip that's like under 2 seconds is too short. I've experienced, in my experience, because it's too jarring for the viewer to watch. So like the 2 to 3 second range is always best. Just as a little behind the scenes info for you guys there. Okay, that's probably still too short, honestly. Yeah, fucking damn, bro. Gonna have to include some other reactions, I guess. A food fight would ruin my month. Food fights are so childish, like, be for real. That's so true, Ray. A food fight would also ruin my month. Like, I would be upset if I was in a food fight. Like, you're talking like ketchup in hair? Like, no, thank you. I'm quite good, honestly. I've never wanted to experience anything less in my life than a food fight. Like, if I'm being completely honest. Literally. Yeah, see, Shy knows what I'm talking about. Who the fuck wants to be in a food fight? Anyways. See, like, the milk cartons thing I could believe. But, like, I feel like a true Disney Channel food fight is, like... A true Disney Channel food fight is, like all kinds of food. We're talking people spraying condiments, like, out of their container. We're talking, like, throwing pudding, like, launching macaroni and cheese. Like, no one's doing that shit. So my biggest reason for liking Sweet Life of Zack and Cody more than On Deck is because the comedy, energy, and overall cast chemistry was stronger and sharper. It's a good opinion. That's I could see that. I could definitely see that. Because, I can see that because Maddie and London definitely felt more, like, true and real as, like, a dynamic than, London and Bailey. Because Bailey essentially, like, replaces Maddie in the narrative in that sense for, like, London to make poor jokes, which is its own thing. But since she's also a, sorry, I have to get this clip of Eddie ranting. I gotta time it right so it doesn't look like I'm cutting him off mid-sentence. Oh, that was it. I already had it. Okay, there. But, I think the chemistry between, I think Maddie and London makes more sense as a friendship, as a dynamic. But I still like Bailey more as a character. Maybe that's probably really controversial too. But I like Bailey more as a character than I do Maddie. Man, I used to feast on school lunch. That shit was gas. I don't believe the popular consensus that it sucked. Remember the pie throwing fight in Sweet Life? Classic. Pie throwing fight. I don't remember. Why am I not remembering the pie throwing fight? Huh. Was that in? I think it was on Zack and Cody. That's fair. Yeah, you know, I get why people like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. It's like, it is classic. And I think having the mother, Carrie, being there is probably like a huge help as well. Like, they're just completely different shows. So I think that's why there's like so many differing opinions on it. You know what I mean? So Bailey's not a bad character though, just not Maddie. That's true. That's very true. I like Bailey more, but she's very different. She is very different from Maddie. But I think like in the idea of like the structure of the show and like how this sitcom functions, it's like she fills the same role as that character. Like when you're in like the writer's room and you're like, okay, we have like a giant scroll of like poor jokes to make that London can slew at people, and it's like Bailey is that character, but of course they're like more like country tinged because she's like from the farm, you know, because that's how these, at least in my opinion, that's how these sitcom writers think, because you know they have to create like a bajillion couch gags per episode, right? So they kind of have to have like an easy dynamic they can just like revert back to at any point for when they've like run out of things to do in a scene, if that makes sense. You know. And then also on top of that, Bailey is like Cody's girlfriend, so obviously that like definitely changes the Maddie comparisons. I think that wrinkle, I like that wrinkle a lot more than the Maddie Zach thing. Like I literally had a whole section on how much I did not like what they did with Maddie and Zach as characters and as the people. Just one last thing on school lunches, because you got me thinking about it, Jay. I used to bring my lunch, and it was 1000% more disgusting what I would like concoct for myself before I went to school than whatever they were serving there. So, you know, I will give the school lunches that. They did a better job of like making a lunch for a kid than I could. Bailey was fine. The whole country thing was kind of annoying at times, but I liked Maddie more. Okay. I see we're having some Maddie fans out here. That's cool. I like Maddie as a character. I think she's very intense, and that's what I like about her. Was Boy Meets World on Disney? It was. It's originally from ABC, so I think Boy Meets World was being made after ABC was bought by Disney, like the corporation. But they did air reruns of it on Disney Plus on Disney Channel when Disney Channel first launched in '97 as a cable, like free with most cable packages. It was no longer a premium channel like HBO. They aired a lot of reruns of Boy Meets World because they just like didn't have any original programming, so they needed to like fill their programming block. And so that's why the Girl Meets World was a Disney Channel show, because like it kind of got like adopted as a Disney Channel kind of show. But it was not made by Disney Channel. It was made by ABC's, what is it called? That programming block that Boy Meets World was on. TGIF. That's what it was. TGIF was, is that right? I hope that's right. But Bailey and Cody ship was cute, and I was here for that. I literally talked about the Cody Bailey ship for like 30 minutes in my video. Like, that could be its own separate video just talking about them. I love them. Although schools need to tighten up, there's no reason I should be forced to eat pizza with chocolate milk. Yes, I agree. Like, especially as a kid, I like did not want to drink milk and eat pizza, like at all. Like, they should offer, you know, more drink options, like water. Did they ever just offer water? Wait a damn minute. They never offered water. The fuck was that about? Kids need to be drinking water. I guess nowadays, like, it's like trendy to have like a water bottle, so at least the kids are, you know, drinking water now because it's like cool to own a Stanley or whatever. But yeah, how come they never offered water at school? Yeah, that's true. She's a fine character, and she did fit well with the core group. Her presence never upset me. I just missed Maddie. That's, like, 1000% fair. Like, Maddie did feel like she was unceremoniously, like, removed from the show, and that's just purely because Ashley Tisdale was, like, booked and busy. So, like, her exit on the show was very unsatisfying, so I definitely agree with that opinion. They didn't, man. Yeah, they didn't have water. What the fuck? Sorry, YouTube, I didn't swear. You swore, YouTube, I didn't. I've been told that my stream can get taken down for swearing. I hope it doesn't. I hope that's just like a myth. But anyways, yeah. I can't believe they never gave us water. It was like juice, like that frozen. Well, they would ship it frozen, and it would like never defrost in time. By the time they would serve it to us, the frozen milk and like apple juice and orange juice. I'm like, where's the water? Maybe kids think water is boring. My school never offered water, but for a little bit we had little juice cups. Yeah, see the little juice cups, that's what I was talking about. I mean, I guess they didn't have water fountains, but like when you're sitting down eating lunch, you can't even leave to like go to the bathroom or like anything like that. So, plus the milk options. But as I got older, they took away the juice. They took away your juice? You're telling me as you got older, they only got milk? They only offered milk? Because that's wild to me. If anything, I'm like, milk is like a thing that little kids would want to drink more than juice, and then it would swap as they get older. You know what I mean? That's crazy. I remember that they had like slowly got rid of juice options at my school. Like we had 3 different kinds of juice. There was like a blueberry or like blue colored juice. Then there was orange juice and apple juice. And over time they just only had apple juice. Like they slowly got rid of each other flavor as time went on. I was always too poor to get the little ice creams, man. My school didn't even serve ice cream, so. And, oh, like those little, like Bluebell little ice cream tin things. Oh, those are so good, man. I would, like, lose my mind if someone brought that for their birthday or whatever, right? I would go ham for that shit. My school never served little ice creams. Occasionally we'd have little grape popsicles, but it was rare. I could see the grape popsicles. Yeah. I remember the little Otter Pops for like a fundraiser. Someone would buy like 50 of them and put them in a cooler and hand them out to kids. And you just got one. Just one flavored juice ice stick. Something that interests me is how people who saw On Deck first reacted to their mom when they saw the OG show, given she was only in a total of 4 On Deck episodes. Yeah, like, how people who had never seen the original show were, like, all shocked to see their mom or something. Yeah, well, because the first episode, she's in it for, like the pilot episode of On Deck Pilot. She's only in it for, like, 2 seconds, right? And then she leaves. And then it's the episode where, the parents both visit. Yeah. She wasn't, yeah, I guess people just, like, were surprised about her as a character or whatever. But yeah. IDK, we had warm tea or compote to drink during lunch. Cultural differences. Yes. Like, in America, things are very much standardized and corporatized, so, like, no specialty drinks for us. no specialties. The fact that it's even considered a specialty drink is also, like, on top of that, crazy. But also when I was in elementary school, we had orange and apple juice, but then strawberry, chocolate, and plain milk options. By the end of my time there, they had just gone down to plain chocolate. So, that is crazy. I don't know why I had a lisp there for a second. Clearly, I've been talking too much. I've just been yapping, and my tongue has stopped working. Okay, yeah, this shot I need to get, because Eddie's actually doing a bad thing in this movie by, like, not going to baseball practice and instead, like, learning how to cook. Like, do it on your own time, bud. Like, there's like, many montages of him cooking in the middle of the night. Like, even though he shouldn't be up at that hour, he should be sleeping because he's a young, growing boy. It's, like, probably better for him to, you know... it's probably better for him to... be cooking when he's not supposed to be at baseball practice, if that makes sense. School breakfast was elite as well. I just remember the toast. I loved toast. I still love toast to this day. Honestly, my mouse is in there. No! Oh man, is anyone gonna mind if if you can see my cursor in the clips? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. Well, that's just gonna be a 1 second clip because apparently my cursor had to be in the shot. But anyways, I used to eat toast literally every day because they would offer that at school. They would always have like a little sausage thing that I never liked as a kid. I would just get the toast, and I think it was pre-buttered. Like they would butter the toast. God, that toast was so good. It was like a whole wheat, very like brown toast, you know, like healthy toast. It was so good because it was soaked in butter, and then I would put those little jam packets on it. Oh, so fucking good. I never got to school early enough for breakfast. My parents would drop me off like crazy early, like before the buses got there, but then at a certain point I had to start taking the bus, and then when I would take the bus, I would get to school so goddamn late, like barely, like I would get to class like 5 minutes late every day. Did school have those peanut butter bars? Those were so good. Did my school have the peanut butter bars? No, I don't remember any peanut butter bars. I don't remember anything with peanuts at my school, because I think there was I think they were like avoiding allergies maybe. Yeah, I don't remember anything with peanut butter, but I love peanut butter bars. Those are so damn good. And the little cereal cups too. Yes, Jay, I agree. I've recently watched some 2010s DCOMs for the first time, like Avalon High, Den Brother, Geek Charming, and both Teen Beach films. I actually liked all of them, and I wasn't expecting to. I feel like that era is kind of like a forgotten era. Like, well, I mean, they barely made any DCOMs during that era. Like, everything post, oh god, what's like a famous, I don't want to say Radio Rebel because like, you know, like that's my hyperfixation DCOM. I fucking love Radio Rebel. I didn't swear YouTube, you did. I goddamn love Radio Rebel. But like I feel like after like the kind of post Lemonade Mouth, that's what I'm gonna say, post Lemonade Mouth era, they made so little DCOMs. Like famously, Teen Beach Movie was the only DCOM to come out in the year 2013, which is crazy. Like, they only made one movie. When back in the year 2000, literally 13 years prior, they were making 12 DCOMs a year. And then in 2013, it's just one. That's crazy. I mean, peanut butter jelly bars. OMG, sorry, those were so great. No, yeah. I don't remember the peanut butter jelly bars. No, we never had those as a kid at my school. They never made them at my school. I know that, like, around this time, Uncrustables had just gotten invented, right? So, like, people used to have Uncrustables. I don't think my, like school snack program or whatever sold those, but I remember slamming down a couple Uncrustables. Out of the ones I mentioned, Geek Charming surprised me the most. My school would serve biscuits. Ooh. Jay, I want a biscuit now because you mentioned it. I would love a good biscuit. But yes, Geek Charming, I made a video about Geek Charming. It's only like 2.5 hours, no big deal. 1 hour and 16 minutes. It's not that long. I was joking. Yeah, I have a Geek Charming video where I compare it to the book. Because a lot, especially around the 2010s, just in general, a lot of DCOMs have been based off of books. And so Geek Charming is one of my favorites. Like, genuinely, I'm a big fan of the Geek Charming, movie. It's quite good, even though I disagree. I'm upset about a lot of the behind the scenes, like, later stuff about the actors, which I mentioned at the end of my video. Geek Charming is probably the best one. As for movies like Den Brother and Avalon High, I never saw them growing up. Famously the DCOMs, like, even like during the window where all I did was watch TV and breathe and did nothing else, like, I still missed a lot of DCOMs. Like, I was very selective with which DCOMs I would watch. Honestly, now that we're like barreling towards sandwich time, I don't have any biscuit-like food, though. That's what's upsetting to me. I might just get some buttered toast. For those who don't know, sandwich time is where we take a 10-minute break. Just, to, like, get up, stretch your legs, eat a sandwich. That's usually what I do. I named it sandwich time because the first day I did a stream, I had pre-made myself a sandwich that I put in my fridge. We're at the second food fight now. Welcome to second food fight territory. for this movie. But and then on Friday within the stream that we did, I had peanut butter banana toast, which was goddamn so good. But today, honestly, I might just have buttered toast, because fucking buttered toast is delicious. The girl who competed against Dylan for that thing, I forgot the name of. That actress is in the CW show Supergirl, so I recognized her from that. Competed against Dylan for that thing. In the show? On deck? Whoa, my mouse like freaked out for a second, sorry. I'm trying to think. Because there's the girl that he dated, but... Good Luck Charlie movie was fire. I agree. My sandwich this week is ramen noodles. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Eating some ramen noodles during sandwich time. That'll be good. When it comes to the Good Luck Charlie movie, Good Luck Charlie It's Christmas, I actually showed that to my family. I had a bunch of family members over for Christmas this year, and I had to like put on a bunch of Christmas movies, and so my encyclopedic knowledge of DCOMs and all the DCOM Christmas movies really came in clutch around that time. And I am making a video about Good Luck Charlie right now, actually, outside of this DCOM video. Dylan's rival in Geek Charming. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I misinterpreted you, KB. I sounded like a goddamn idiot. I thought you were talking about Dylan Sprouse for some reason in my demented mind. But anyways, Dylan's rival in Geek Charming, Nicole. She's in Supergirl. Good to know. Very interesting. The Good Luck Charlie movie, they cooked with that movie for real? Or with Geek Charming? Either one of those? Both of those? Yes, I 100% agree, Jay. Good Luck Charlie movie. I'm working on a Good Luck Charlie video right now in the background. I'm writing the script for it right now. So when I'm not editing clips of DCOMs, I am thinking about Good Luck Charlie because I just finished it over winter break. It's funny because I started it during the summertime of this year in May. I love to watch TV shows when I go on vacation, which is like such a silly thing to do. So like I watched all of Wizards of Waverly Place when I went to Disneyland in 2021. It's fine, no worries all. But yes, that actress is in Supergirl. She played the character named Evie Tessmacher. Okay. Thank you, KB. I appreciate it. That's cool. Because like I love when you see like random DCOM actors in like other places. I mean, like famously that movie has Vanessa Morgan, my queen, in it. She's like a background character. Vanessa Morgan in Geek Charming, but she's great in general. Love Vanessa Morgan. So it's fun to see actors and like little things. Like famously, like literally the entire cast of Degrassi has been in Mabav. So but yes, I watched Good Luck Charlie when I went on vacation this year to Arizona. It was a very fun time. I'm gonna get a clip of their loser faces over here. But I watched all of Good Luck Charlie. Like I started in May, and then I took a big break from it, just for literally no reason. You know what? The reason was that I had to finish my DCOM watch through, which I have finished now. I had to finish that, so that's why I got like I stopped watching Good Luck Charlie, and then I finally picked it up and I finished it this last December. So now I'm working on the script for it, and I had kind of already like roughly sketched an outline for how I want the video to be before that, but now I'm actually actively working on it because the script for this video, that I'm editing right now, the DCOM video, is pretty much done. Pretty much. So yes. It's so crazy that because of Bradley Stephen Perry thinks that movie is horrible on his podcast I frequently listen to. Really? Bradley Stephen Perry does not like the Good Luck Charlie movie. That's crazy, because that movie is good. It's like, I can see there's like a little bit of antics, I don't like it, especially when telemovies specifically have A plots and B plots. I really don't enjoy that. It's just like more of a taste thing. I feel like a theatrical movie can more effectively do that. Like if you think like Superbad, which is like such an opposite thing to like Disney Channel movies, but like that movie has like an A plot and a B plot, right? With like McLovin and then the two main characters, right? But like I feel like the Wizards of Waverly Place movie is like top 10 DCOM. It's so good, but it really could have been better if they had like folded Max into making the plot more developed and folded Max into it instead of having like the A plot of Alex and Justin going to find the stone and then Max like corralling the parents. And so I could see that being the case for the Good Luck Charlie movie as well. Like maybe if they didn't have the whole... Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Okay. If, you know, we didn't have to worry about that corralling, if that makes sense. I love Good Luck Charlie. It's a really great show. To this day, it remains the last live-action Disney Channel show to get its own movie. I did not realize that. How did I not think about that just now? Thank you, KB, for mentioning that. I definitely have to mention that in the video now. Yeah, he just really hates it. Dang. That's crazy. I think it's good. But I could see, like, the like I was saying earlier, like, the A plot of, like, the mom and Charlie... Not Charlie. Teddy. Amy and Teddy trying to get to Palm Springs, and then all the guys in Palm Springs plus Charlie. I could see how that could be a bit tedious, so why they wouldn't like it. Are all the Disney shows in the same universe? That's a great question. I don't know. I'm like really focusing on the movies right now in my brain. So like what I can answer to you about that is that all of the Disney Channel original movies exist as movies in the Disney Channel universe, like in the television shows, which may or may not all take place in the same universe. I would lean towards yes because of crossoverness, all the crossing over of things. I just realized you can't fucking see this. Wait. Oops. No, I wanted this. Okay, well that's just gonna look weird now. But anyways, I don't know why it's doing that. But anyways, the Disney Channel original movies take place at their movies, but I don't think they're TV movies. I think they're like real movies that like you go to the theaters to watch. Yeah, it's called the DCEU, Disney Channel Extended Universe. Thank you, Shy. Yes, that is what it's called. Like, it literally is. Like, Mr. Nostalgia, who I'm like low-key mutuals with. Just kidding. Mr. Nostalgia has a pretty long video about that, so I'd recommend that video if you want to know the nitty-gritty, because like I don't know anything about the modern day Disney TV shows, and I know that it continues the universe, so like I can only answer, I'm not like an expert on it, to be honest with y'all. It's the only live-action 2010s Disney Channel show that got a movie, which sucks for that target audience when you think about it. So many 2000s shows got movies. Yeah, I agree. Wizards of Waverly Place is technically a 2000s show, so that's why it got its own movie. Yeah, like, well, I mean, I don't know if it counts, but the Zombies movies did get a spin-off TV show that, like, barely lasted any episodes. So, like, Zombies maybe would count, which I don't want to talk about zombies right now. I don't have the mental capacity to talk about zombies. Wait for the video to come out, I guess. But, yeah, I think Disney Channel original movies for sure exist in the DCEU, but as like theatrical movies, as like big events that like are really important to all these characters. And whether or not the same actors that are in the shows that are also in the movies, whether or not like that factors in or anything, I don't know. I would love to get into it more though, but like I feel like I would have to really get into the more modern TV shows, and I'm not quite there yet in my time, if that makes sense. But anyways, sorry, I'm fixing that again. I think it's time for sandwich time. So we're gonna take 10 minutes where we have a quick little break. You can feel free to, you know, listen to the music and get up and stretch, use the bathroom, eat a sandwich. I'm gonna make some toast because hell yeah. And oh my gosh, Jay, I love your question. When did Disney peak? Early 2000s, late 2000s, early 2010s? That's an amazing question. And I'm gonna think about it during sandwich time, and I'm gonna answer that. Hi, Steph. It's Sal. I hijacked Shay's pewter. Oh, hi, Sal. You're here. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. You got here just in time for sandwich time, where we're gonna take a break. So sorry. Yeah, we're gonna take a break and then do another couple of rounds of editing. So we'll be back real soon. Just 10 minutes. Just a 10 little minute break. Hi, Sal. Thank you for being here. My two podcast buddies are here now, watching the stream with me, which is awesome. Then again, I consider Good Luck Charlie one of the few 2010s DCOMs to actually be of high quality. Controversially, I agree with you. It's sandwich time. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Bye. Hello. Hello, I'm back. Hi, everybody. I'm back. How was sandwich time? Did we enjoy sandwich time? My sandwich time was a bit rushed. I'll be completely honest with y'all. I was trying to make a cup of coffee, and for some reason my machine wasn't working, so no coffee for me. I have a heart coaster that is now empty because I finished my vitamin C supplement drink, my emergency. So yes, hello, Yarsh. Hi. Hi, Shy. Or is that Sal? I don't know who's there anymore. Let me know if you guys ate sandwiches or ramen or whatever you're doing during sandwich time. I'm feeling much. I did eat my toast. I did absolutely demolish a piece of toast with butter on it. Oh, so good. Buttered toast is so good. I've been putting up all my posters and postcards in my room. Oh, hell yeah. Sounds awesome. It's Shy. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Hello. Hi, KB. Welcome back. Welcome back. Oh, the visual glitching is going to happen every once in a while. I'm very sorry about when that happens. My Wi-Fi is only as good as it can be. But anyways, Jay had asked something. I didn't need a break because I ate popcorn while you were streaming. Well, that's good. That's good. I need to eat something off camera because I don't think anyone wants to see me just like absolutely slam down a piece of buttered toast on stream. But hopefully you got up and stretched your legs or whatever, did things other than sitting, or just listened to the music and chilled. Like, that's also perfectly fine. But Jay, you had asked the question before the break, and I thought about it all while I was making my toast and my coffee machine wasn't turning on. You had asked when was peak Disney? When did Disney peak? Early 2000s, late 2000s, early 2010s. I am now ready to answer that question. I have the thought in my brain, and I do say that's at the beginning of my earlier video, the DCOM video. But hi Jay, sup? Welcome back after sandwich time. But I finally have my answer. Okay, from a pure ratings perspective, like the most amount of people were watching the Disney Channel. The Disney Channel peaked with the Ribbon era, which was from 2007 to 2010, so late 2000s. That's from a pure numbers perspective, because I think they were having a concurrent 2 million viewers, which is a lot, if you know. That's a lot of people. Like 24 hours a day, no matter what time of day, 2 million people were watching. Nowadays, it's like 100, it's like not even 130, it's like 33,000, which is like bad. Like those are horrible numbers. That's like how much of a decrease is that? Like 80%, 90% decrease? Like that's wild. I think the most views a Disney Channel show will get, like on average, is like 100,000 viewers, which is crazy. Yeah, damn the fall off. I know the fall off is crazy. Well, because like, how many of y'all watch cable television anymore, right? We watch this. This is what we do with our free time instead of watching cable television. Versus in 2007, like that is where the culture was, and the culture just isn't with Disney Channel anymore. It's I'm gonna very controversially title the third part of my DCOM series. I'm gonna controversially title it The End of Disney Channel, or like the fall of Disney Channel, because yeah, it still exists, but like it's more of a shell of its former self. It really doesn't exist in the same capacity that it did 10 years ago, or even 20 years ago. OMG, yeah, talk about a drop-off. Yeah, like it's true. Like if you look at streaming numbers now, it gets as low as below 100,000 these days. It's a huge drop-off, because like even Disney Channel shows that like people watch nowadays, are on Disney Plus. Like, they're Disney Plus shows that are just, like, simulcasted on Disney Channel for whoever still has cable, right? Because people still have cable, but, like, not as many as you'd think anymore. Like, Disney in its Celtics Shaq era, y'all might understand this. I understand. I can understand the metaphor. Like if you were to compare Shaq at the Celtics era to modern Disney Channel, then I would understand what you meant. So reverse the metaphor, and I get it. The simile. Reverse the simile, and I get it. So that's a pretty good. This is, that's a good way to put it, Jay. Yeah, that's why I'm so fascinated with the Disney Channel now, and why I make so many videos about the TV shows and the movies now, because it's like such a crazy shift than what it was during its peak when I was a child and when so many other people were children. Basically saying Disney is washed. Yep. yeah, I agree. That's so it is like it's crazy. I think Disney Channel got in a lawsuit actually. Disney was sued because certain shows that were made for Disney Plus that flopped and made them no money, they lied and pretended that they were for Disney Channel, so that they were like basically money laundering, essentially, like laundering the money that it costs to make a Disney Plus show over to Disney Channel, so the show would seem like, because the show that was an absolute flop on Disney Channel was actually would be considered a huge success for Disney Channel. So that's how much it's fallen off. That like compared to streaming, it's so different. So I don't know if that lawsuit I think it probably just got settled out of court. Honestly, that's always what happens with Disney. They're so shady in that way. They just like are so willing to just like pay controversies. What happened to the Disney we loved? Well, what happened is the internet happened, right? Like, look at Descendants. A lot of people love Descendants, and, that's perfectly valid and fine, but, like, I get an intense energy of, like, desperately wanting children's attention, like, trying to do anything they could. We gotta get back to editing now, but, like, desperately trying to do anything they could to get children's attention. Because children weren't watching their channel. By 2015, like, specifically even, like, children weren't watching their shit. They were watching YouTube and Instagram. What was around in 2015? Vine? People were watching Vine. They weren't watching Disney Channel anymore. So, and I said this in my last video, and I quoted Quentin Reviews, not video, my last live stream. I quoted Quentin Reviews in like hour 8 of his second Victorious video. I don't know if many people got there, so they probably missed his wisdom. But Quentin Reviews famously said, Disney Channel, by the mid-2010s, I'm like paraphrasing, it's not an exact quote, but Disney Channel became... Cable television in general became the place where kids who were too young to be on the internet and adults who were too old to bother trying to learn about the internet. That's what the audience for cable television became. So the audiences got older and older and younger. So that's why for children's networks, they essentially became babysitters for infants and had to make shows that were the equivalent of jiggling keys in your face, which is why a lot of them aren't enjoyable to grown-ups like you and me. I'm assuming you're a grown-up out there. Grown-ups like you and me, because they were not made for us anymore, versus like these movies and these TV shows were made for all ages. They were made for families, because especially around this time in the early 2000s, most people only had one TV in their household. So like Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off had to be enjoyable for mom and dad and their kids to watch, because they were all sitting down on Friday night or Thursday night or whenever this movie aired to watch this movie together. But then as the 2000s went on, more and more children started getting televisions in their homes. In their own bedrooms, I mean. Like multiple televisions, like each family member has a television, right? So because of that, Disney Channel became much more specific on tween marketing. Shows like Good Luck Charlie, as much as I love Good Luck Charlie, are not really made for adults. It's made like for children. I had a little tickle in my throat and I had to cough, so apologies for that. I hope I'm not getting sick because that stupid person coughed at me this morning. Oh, that'd be horrible. But anyways, console/gaming finesse their entire audience. That's very true as well, Jay. Like video games, like home video games as well is also an important element that I'm not like a gamer. I play Papa's Freezeria. That's about it. So I forget that yes, gaming also took a huge chunk of their audience as well. So this is actually I'm thinking a lot about this right now, purely because I loved watching that milk get sucked off. Sorry, my God, the milk like being removed from him, like whoop. It's very funny looking. Anyways, I'm thinking a lot about this right now, specifically because of my Good Luck Charlie video. This is not a spoiler for that video because I pretty much already, it's gonna be like the intro to that video, but so far the working title for it is Good Luck Charlie and the Death of the Sitcom. That's the title I'm working with right now, because Good Luck Charlie is like a return to form to like the genre of the sitcom, self-admitted by the creators. And I feel like it'd be very interesting to analyze how the sitcom died through the lens of the show Good Luck Charlie. Good Luck Charlie is definitely a family show. Okay. Consoles are basically their own system. Kids don't need cable anymore. Exactly. Yeah. So see, that proves my point even more. And I'm glad that you brought it up because I didn't even think about it in the first place. But Good Luck Charlie is definitely a family show. I will rescind my previous comment. I said that Good Luck Charlie is basically for children. Not necessarily, because it was return to form in the sense that like the creators wanted to go back to that idea of making sitcoms for the whole family, not just for children, because Disney Channel had been making a bunch of shows that were basically just for children by that point. Like, I guess a better example I should give is Liv and Maddie, maybe? I'd never seen Shake It Up. Shows like that are like, they don't really have an appeal for adults, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe it, is they don't have appeal for adults, because I did watch like the first 6 episodes of Shake It Up not recently, when I was like working on my Sweet Life on Deck video, my Son with a Chance video. Like when I was going back and rewatching all of those shows, I also went back and rewatched Shake It Up, and at least personally I was like, I don't really want to finish this, so that's why I never made a Shake It Up video, because I never finished. I didn't have an interest in watching the show anymore, and then, in that sense, didn't have interest in talking about it on my channel, if that makes sense. But anyways, yeah, that's like, that whole idea of like, the sitcom becoming pastiche, is that the word I'm looking for? I want to there's a shot of the principal or whatever, yeah, getting smacked in the face with chocolate. I wanted that shot in here. But I think that has a lot to do with Disney Channel's downfall. It's like kind of not their fault to a certain degree. They just had to change everything about the network's identity to better suit their audience. Like, the shows go where the audience goes, right? And if the audience are a bunch of 2-year-olds, then they got to make shows that are more fit for that, I guess, if that makes sense. When I watched the show on Disney Plus, I'd seen it before, but never all the way through before then, I got to the crossover with Jessie, and boy, the gap in quality between the two shows more apparent. Yeah, I haven't seen Jessie at all recently, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't hold up on a rewatch, because I only saw like the first season, because I stopped watching television at that point, and I went over to start using the internet. It's not like I got too old for Disney Channel. I don't think anyone could ever be too old for Disney Channel, at least during its prime. But I got internet access in my house. I never had internet access until like 2013, so I never finished Jessie. How do you feel about Disney XD? I'm fascinated by Disney XD and the idea of like extremely niche programming for cable television, because like Disney XD is essentially like the Disney Channel version of like the Golf Channel or whatever, or like the History Channel, where it's a very, very specific like catered channel, if that makes sense. And I mean, I've shared my love and appreciation for I've shared my love and appreciation for Zeke and Luther in the past, because that show's amazing. Best show ever. Mr. Nostalgia and I have interacted at least twice on the internet now. Not much. But we only seem to talk about Zeke and Luther in comment sections, and we'll notice each other, and then we'll like each other's, like, super like each other's comments. I'm excited for Mr. Nostalgia's Zeke and Luther video. I'm, like, really hyped up to watch it. But as for the other original programming on Disney XD, I really don't know how much it holds up anymore, if that makes sense. I never watched Aaron Stone. I never watched Crash and Bernstein. I saw, like, an episode of Crash and Bernstein, and I was like, nope, this isn't for me. I'm not going to enjoy this at all. Okay, this is what I want right here. I was looking for a clip of this man flapping his gums at his Little League team. But I think it's just very and then also the fall off for Disney XD along with Disney Channel, like the fact that nowadays they just show, like, or I don't even know if they do it anymore, but, like, at a certain point they were just showing video gamers, live stream guys, like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier clips. They were literally just playing on Disney XD because they had, like, nothing to provide. Very fascinating. I think that's like the idea, like, how putting internet stuff on cable television just, like, never seemed to translate. Because, like, we talked about this on Friday again. I'm, like, kind of repeating myself here because I also mentioned Awesomeness TV, which was a Nickelodeon show where they just showed their sketches from YouTube on Nickelodeon. And I distinctly remember, this was, like, around the time I had gotten internet access. I was like, I've already seen all of these sketches on the internet. Why would I watch Awesomeness TV? It's just, like, they're all stitched together randomly. Why can't I just go watch them on YouTube? And that was the energy that most people had about cable television at the time. Like, why can't I just watch this on the internet? And then people did. And they stopped watching Disney Channel and all of those networks. So that's very fascinating. It really was more apparent. I've only seen bits and pieces of Jessie, and that was enough for me to know it was bad. It really baffles me how that show can be thought of as good. Very strong opinion. I bet there's a lot of Jessie fans out there, you know, more power to them, but I don't know. I don't have an opinion on Jessie because I haven't seen it in such a long time. I wouldn't be surprised if I didn't like it. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out one day. I did not check the crossover episode. When I watched Good Luck Charlie, I did not watch the crossover episode. I did not watch the Jessie part of it. I just watched the Good Luck Charlie part where they were on the subway. Gravity Falls used to premiere on Disney XD, right? After the show wrapped up and everything after. Yes, Disney XD essentially became... we talked about this last week. It essentially became the Toon Nick, which, if you don't remember Toon Nick for Nickelodeon, it essentially became the place where they would put shows to die. Like, if you knew a show was getting wrapped up soon, they would move it from airing on the original Nickelodeon channel to Toon Nick. So then they could blame low ratings as the reason why they canceled the show, when it only got low ratings because they moved it to a network that barely anyone watched. Disney Channel didn't exactly do that, but, like, when a show was getting ready to end, they would air a bunch of reruns of it on Disney XD. Famously, My Babysitter's a Vampire. Most people probably watched that on Disney XD. That's just a theory of mine, because after the show had been canceled and it was already not getting another season, they aired a bunch of it on Disney XD. As well as in between season 2, of course. That's where we get all those little fun behind-the-scenes interstitials. So, but anyways, yeah, Disney XD essentially just became like a glorified rerun channel. Which is, again, very interesting. Because it used to be Jetix, as far as I'm aware. Gravity Falls, I believe, was originally on Disney Channel, moved over to Disney XD later on. I love how the comment section, like the comment, like it auto-corrected XD to like the emoji. That's good. That's funny. But yes, yeah. It was for sure aired originally on Disney Channel. Because they gave it the primetime rollout. I mean, famously, it took the place of Mabav. Because season 2 of Mabav got primetime rollout. And it replaced Mabav. Because Mabav, got canceled. And Disney Channel had nothing to do with it at all. I made like a hour and a half long video, 80-minute video about that whole topic, so you can check that out. I'm really hoping we finish Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off today, because I would lose my mind if we didn't. I loved that prank show on XD as a kid. Season 2 is where Gravity Falls started airing on XD. See, there we go. So in between seasons, they would air reruns on Disney XD. It just became a rerun channel. Zeke and Luther surprised me so much, given that I was watching it for the first time back in 2022. Sames, except it was 2023. I think I know what you're talking about with the prank show on Disney XD. But I don't know. Is it the one with Mitchell Musso? But as for Zeke and Luther, no, it couldn't be the one with Mitchell Musso, because that show got canceled because he got a DUI. Famously, he got canceled because he got pulled over for drinking and driving. So they fired him off of that prank show. So maybe it was a different one. They had plenty. That's like a network decay kind of situation. But anyways, Zeke and Luther, I was also surprised by. I genuinely had like no precedent, no thought of like whether I would like it. I don't even know what inspired me to watch it. But I just did. And probably just because I'd always heard so much about it and I'd never seen it before. And since I was like talking about Disney Channel and stuff on my channel, I was like, you know what? I should give this thing a try, because so many people say that they like it and I've never seen it before. And I fell in love with it. I went through the series so fast. I watched it in like a very short amount of time, especially for me. Because I'm usually not one to binge shows, at least not anymore. I can't binge shows anymore. It's like really not my speed. But I loved Zeke and Luther when I watched it, and I still do. I literally, like, out of all the shows I've reviewed, because usually when I review a show, I'd like, the whole point of the video is to like get it out of my system, so I don't have to think about it anymore and force my friends to listen to me rant about it on the couch at 2 a.m, or my dad when I call him on the phone. But that show I've still thought about. I've still thought like, man, I just bonked the microphone, sorry. Like, I really want to go back and watch episodes of Zeke and Luther again, because I think it's good. Jesse was about to turn to our anti-hero too. The show is getting darker of the potential. I didn't know that. I literally have only seen like the first season of that show. I have no idea what happens in it. So y'all are talking about a show I've never seen before. But that's quite interesting to think that Jesse was like becoming an anti-hero. That makes me interested to maybe check it out, like maybe stick through it and watch it. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe it was disappointing at the end. Like, famously, the reason why I decided to watch Good Luck Charlie now in this year in 2024 was because I had no idea how it ended, because I never watched the 4th season. I forgot the name. It wasn't The Prank. It wasn't Walk the Prank, but pranks were all silent and only had sound effects. It's not that show with, I hate that I don't remember his name, but the guy from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, who played Irwin. I forget the actor's name, and I feel bad, because he's a great actor. But was it that guy? Was it that show? Because I know that was I don't think that was a prank show. That was a scripted show, but it was completely silent. There was no dialogue. I don't remember the name of that show either, but I'm pretty sure it was good. I wouldn't doubt if it was like a really good show. And I'll be completely honest with you guys. The only reason why I like remember that show in the modern day is because he got a Wand ID for it. And I've seen every Wand ID that has been archived somewhat successfully. I have seen. I literally sat down for like 3 hours and just watched all of them that I could find on YouTube. Because that's what my life is. That's what I do here. That's what I do here on this earth. Is I watch 3 hours of bumper interstitials. because I can't get them out of my brain. That one wasn't too long, was it? No, that's a good length. This one can be sped up though, because I just don't feel like trying to cut around it, so I'm just gonna shorten it. Oh damn it, oh no, I won't be able to, I'm just gonna have to do this. Oops. There. Okay, that's better. There we go. My keyboard isn't working, I forgot. It's like half working. It's like working sometimes and then it's not. IDK about you, but I watched the pilot first, even though it was technically episode 4. Yes. I don't know if you guys have seen my Zeke and Luther video. It's not one of my most popular videos, but it's one of my favorites that I've made because I just love the show so much. But anyways, sorry, let me finish reading your comment. To me, it had relaxed yet outrageous energy, while also being really funny, which carried from Even Stevens. I would love to, like, see that, if it, like, has its, if it has that energy still, you know? Why isn't this speeding up? Like, why is this, like, broken? That's so annoying. Okay, anyways, but you could tell it had the same energy as Even Stevens. That's pretty cool, because I haven't seen that show. But yes, famously, the pilot episode is episode 4, and my theory on this is because of Olive Girl. I don't know if you guys remember, like Zeke's the only love interest they ever gave to like the characters, besides that one Dawn's Donut Girl for Luther, but that doesn't count as much, I don't think. But Olive Girl is in like, damn it, I was supposed to cut that and I forgot to. Olive Girl, I don't remember her name. Her name is Olivia. I call her Olive Girl because she was a model for olives. She's pretty like featured pretty heavily in the pilot episode, and then she's in like 4 episodes after that, and then she's just gone for good. And my theory on that is because they like had the idea for the character, they made the episodes, and then they realized we can't have Zeke have a love interest because then we have to split the A plots and B plots in half. Like how they did for Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, or Sweet Life on Deck specifically, when the twins got older, they really started separating them for plot lines, where like Cody would do the A plot, Zack would do the B plot, vice versa. I almost said Zeke instead of Zack, which goes back to my Zack and Lodi thing. But anyways, and that was, not pause, but that was very interesting to me, because I was like, they literally can't give either of them a real love interest, because then that would mean they would have to hold plots on their own, and the show is Zeke and Luther, like, so they have to be together. Like, Zeke and Luther have to be in the same plot together for a majority of episodes. And if one of them has a girlfriend, that immediately gives one of them, like, another whole realm of plot to, like, deal with. And so it probably was, like, not, like, structure-wise for the show, it wasn't wise to give Zeke a love interest. So they just, like, quietly wrote her off the show. And because I'm assuming the show had a very low budget, since it was the first ever. I think Aaron Stone aired sooner, but Zeke and Luther was made first, so it was the first show that went into production for Disney XD. My theory is that it had like $2 as his budget. Like, it was an extremely cheap show to make, so they couldn't scrap 4 episodes of the show, even though those plot lines had nothing to do about what the show was going to be going forward. That's my theory. I have no proof on that. Maybe, I don't think they mention it in the, I really don't think they mention it in Disney High. I gotta mention Disney High in every live stream of mine. I gotta mention this, because I bought it. I bought the copy, so here's the prop. I'm halfway through this thing. Actually, I'm not. I'm like 1/3 of the way through this thing. I just finished the Hilary Duff chapter. I don't think they're gonna talk about Disney XD and Zeke and Luther in this book, considering what the chapter titles are. Like, they end with Demi Lovato, and I think that was all before Zeke and Luther's time. Yeah, so they probably won't mention it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zeke and Luther had like $5 as its budget. And I think that really contributes to why like the pilot episode is episode 4 to answer your comment. all I got on that whole rant just from your comment that episode 4 was the pilot episode. So clearly I am just like a yapomaniac. Like I wouldn't be a YouTuber if I wasn't a yapatron. I liked her and I recognized the actress who played her because she did a few episodes of the second season of Phil of the Future. Really? She was in Phil of the Future? That's wild. That's probably why they probably remembered her, the showrunners, and they probably just like cast her again. Like they probably used the same casting agent. That's what makes me. That's like my real theory as to why like so many actors appear in a bunch of different things. Is that like they're real tight with a certain casting director, and that casting director is just rehired for a bunch of different things. That's my personal theory. They probably just used the same casting director for. The same casting director for Phil of the Future for Zeke and Luther. So that's how she was able to come back. You know what I mean? But maybe she just, like, got the gig. She just auditioned like everyone else. Who knows? Anyways. Yeah, I didn't mind Olive Girl. I thought she was fine. Olivia. That's her character. I didn't mind Olivia. I thought she was fine. I liked that she was British. That was, like, like a quirk, like a wrinkle in the story, but at the end of the day, she didn't really get to do much, because she was only in like 5 or 6 episodes of the whole show, and I think the show got a total of like 50 something episodes if I remember correctly. I could be wrong, but I'm almost certain there's like 50 episodes of that show. Because each season was like decently long. Disney Channel always made longer at least early on, back in the day, in the 2000s, they always made longer seasons because they had to make sure the actors like looked the same for as long as they could. Because when they would take a break, all the actors would like go through puberty and look different. So they would try to record as many episodes as possible before breaks. Quite fascinating. I know that's for sure why like shows like Wizards of Waverly Place have like 30 episodes. Well, they have like 30 episodes. Sorry, there was something wrong with the chat. Did something weird happen? Or it's fixed now. So I think I had like an internet like spaz, like a spotty internet situation. But anyways, what was I saying? Sorry, like the internet cutting out like threw me for a loop. But what was I saying? I was talking about Olive Girl. I was talking about Zeke and Luther. Oh, right, Wizards of Waverly Place had like 30, like season 2 was like 30 episodes long. And that was purely just because like they had to make sure all the actors looked the same. So I really liked Ozzy and Kojo's dynamic. I wish they did more with it. I actually agree with you. I think they literally only had one episode that was where they handled a B plot together. I think there was only one episode ever in the whole show where they did something together. I really liked how Zeke and Luther, like, I can just like spew my guts on this show because I already made a video about it, so I'm not like holding any of my opinions in for when, like that video will happen because it already happened. But I like, obviously Zeke and Luther are the main characters. But I appreciated how they had kind of built like Ozzy and Kojo as like the other two friends to like hold like a round out like a friend group that they would be in with 2 other people. I think they did like 2 or 3. I only remember distinctly one, and that's like the one where like Kojo is helping Ozzy train for some sort of marathon or something because Ozzy has a crush on a girl. But they were probably in like a few others, that I don't remember right now. But like, I like how they developed it that, like, Ozzy starts out as, like, kind of a villain, right? Like, Luther never liked Ozzy. Like, let's be honest here. They were, like, enemies at the start, right? Because I think, specifically, Ozzy was like stole Luther's look with his helmet, and so they were in a fight. But then they got on neutral terms at the end of that episode of that B plot. That is famously an episode where Luther has to handle a B plot all on his own because Zeke is in the A plot with Olivia. So that's where I got that opinion of like they had to cut out Olive Girl so they wouldn't be splitting up the two characters, because the two characters barely interact in that episode. Zeke and Luther, they like only have like one or two interactions in that episode as far as I remember, and then they like are separated for the whole episode. And I was like, this is not how the show should be. They should always be together in plot lines. They cannot split them up this often. But anyways, I like that after Ozzy is kind of introduced as like a nerdy kid that they don't like, you know, that they like, he slowly grows to be like a friend and like part of the friend group, if that makes sense. I thought that was nice. And then in the season 1 finale, am I remembering that right? The season 1 finale specifically, they like all join a skateboarding club at their school. They like make a sham club just so they can like hang out and skateboard and make money. It's honestly like a pretty sweet gig. And the principal is like a really cringy pushover cat lady. So she just like goes with whatever Zeke says. And how they kind of like formed like a team, like a group team, you know, that's pretty cool. I thought that was nice. But then for some reason they like revert them back to like early season 1 dynamics where everyone hates Ozzy again, like in season 2. Like everyone automatically hates Ozzy again for no reason. And then they like slowly have to work towards being friends again. And I'm like, what's this about? So I thought that was interesting. I thought that was very interesting. Oh, excuse me. But I think also on top of that, when it comes to Zeke and Luther, like I really think Ginger was a very underestimated, underappreciated element of the show, because she was really what was supposed to handle the B plots, because Zeke and Luther as two characters were always supposed to be in plots together. They very rarely could have like for the show to like be good, they could never split them up as often. They had to keep them together for like 90% of the episodes. So Ginger really functioned as keeping the structure of the B plot alive with her whole cast of characters. And when they wrote her off in the show in season 3, I thought that was very interesting. If the actress didn't want to do it anymore, I'm like, that's fine, like I completely understand. But I really think they should have like developed Kojo more, because he was a main character. The skateboard team episode was really good. I agree, yeah, it was really good. It was a pretty good season 1 finale. I'm pretty sure it was the finale episode for season 1. It was a really good like end of season episode, because it really showed like the dynamic of the main four in a way that was like, it was really nice, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think overall, honestly, Ginger as a character, I think was more integral than I think anyone ever realized. And they did this with the girl shows too, where they had like a male, like brother, usually a sibling character for that realm, for that like target demographic to relate to. Like in Hannah Montana, you have her brother who you're supposed to relate to, who he thinks that like everything that Hannah Montana is like lame and boring and cringy or whatever, right? And like like the little boys who like had to watch this show with their sister, you know, if you're thinking about like the binary that like all of these marketing people do think in, I think that was like kind of his purpose in the show, like Hannah Montana. And Ginger was supposed to be that, but like swap the genders, right? So like Ginger was supposed to be like the girly type that thinks that all of this like macho boy stuff, skateboarding things that Zeke does is like lame. And so like she's supposed to be like the audience surrogate for like the little girls who were forced to watch this show because their brothers are watching. That's how I think the Disney execs think about the characters in this show. Not that this is actually how people felt about them, because I know that's a lot different. I also love the season 2 episode where they find money while having to fix a toilet to pay back Dawn for all the times Luther didn't pay their bill. Yes, I also agree. That episode's quite funny. It was another episode that got all the characters involved. I agree. I liked the scavenger hunt aspect of it. That would have been cool if they made it like a season tradition where like every season they did at least like one little scavenger hunt episode. That'd be cool. My favorite Zeke and Luther episode is the one where they parody the Hangover series. That episode is so damn good, even though it like makes me cringe deeply. Like it does a good job at cringe, if that makes sense. Yeah, I cringed my head off when I watched that thing. Well, most of it is really good. It's just the part with Grubner that gets to me. For those who have never seen Zeke and Luther before, and don't know who Grubner is. Ooh, that episode was really fun. Yeah, it was. It was a really fun episode. But Grubner was like a girl character who's the same age as Ginger, as far as I'm aware. She's supposed to like be around like, you know, like way younger than Zeke is. And she has a crush on Zeke, and it's one of my least favorite elements of the show. I wish they wasn't like it was fine for that one episode where they become donut delivery men for Dawn. But after that, I did not like her character, like, sticking around so often. But anyways, where they, like, kiss for a long, extended period, because it's like the Hangover, so, like, they have to they have to relive everything they did last night, because they got drunk on snow cone syrup. Oh, we're done. Damn, I really wish we would have finished Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off, but we didn't. But anyways, like, that part made me, like, genuinely wince and cringe when I saw it. It's so bad. But that episode's really good, despite it all. There. We're back. So anyways, sorry, I'm trying to make sure everything's healthy on the stream. Ginger gave Megan from Drake and Josh energy. I 100% agree, Ray. Yes, I agree. I honestly think that that's also how Megan was supposed to function in that show as well. Because, you know, Drake and Josh. I mean, it's exact same naming structure, right? Zeke and Luther, Drake and Josh. I could see Drake and Josh being an inspiration for they were like, okay, we have to create shows for Disney XD. What are we gonna do? What do boys like? And it was like, okay, well, let's give them a boy show where they skateboard and we have two male leads. So like you have the two versions of masculinity that you can relate to, Zeke or Luther. And then you have like Aaron Stone where it's like action, adventure, you know, stuff. Yeah, Ginger and Megan are similar characters, except Ginger's not as mean. I agree. Well, she is mean, but she's more like, I think Zeke and Ginger are more on like the same level. Like Megan was like way above in the stratosphere to Josh and Drake. Like she was like, you know, way above them when it comes to like her schemes and her planning. She was always like 10 steps ahead. Versus like Ginger and Zeke are always kind of on the same level when it comes to their quips and their pranks that they pull in each other. Like they're always kind of are matched, you know what I mean? Also, something I thought that was interesting to put into the fold is the fact that they never have parents. Like neither Zeke and Luther have parents. I think that was a very interesting aspect. And to me, even though like you're supposed to assume that they have parents whenever the show's not running, like they have two parents who take care of them and stuff, like not seeing them in the show to me gave off this intense energy of like they're just like living together by themselves in this house in the suburbs, you know? And I feel like that really like changed the energy of their characters, if that makes sense. Like I really just got this idea that like they're in it together, you know? They're like stuck in this situation together, so they have to deal with each other and care for each other. But anyways, I don't know if I can do another another 35 minutes, because I have a meeting at 4 for my school. I keep getting busy at 4. People keep scheduling me things for 4, and I keep wanting to go, you know, past 4 and into, you know, stuff. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. So we might have to end at some point in a little bit here. So last week it was because I had to go pick up my book. I did get my book, by the way. I think I ended like 5 minutes before 4 p.m. On Friday last week, and it was because the bookstore closed at 4, and I had to pick up one of my books that I needed to read for class before they closed, because they were gonna be. It was a Friday, so they're gonna be closed all weekend, and I would have had to wait till Monday to pick it up. So I sprinted over there after I ended the live yesterday. It was very funny. I'm glad we were able to talk about Zeke and Luther for so long, because I love that show so much. So, but other than that, yeah, I have a meeting. I have a meeting at 4, and it's a Zoom meeting too, which like I extra don't like. If it was like an in-person meeting, I would have been okay, but it's online, so I'm like, man, I have fun doing this live stream thing, but then I gotta do this, but like with like 5 other people, only 5 other people, like, it's not fun. But anyways, outside of that, I think I'm coming along quite well. I've edited other stuff other than just what I've done here on live, so you know what, I'm gonna finish Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off before tomorrow, I hope. So I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna edit it on here. We're gonna cross it off on the list. See, my keyboard's working now. That's so annoying how it like wasn't working there for a good stretch of time. And then I like there. Okay. Oh, I see it. Like it's like bleeding over into here. Let me fix that. Oops. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay. There we go. And then I gotta scooch her down. There. Next is the Cheetah Girls, so that'll be fun. We're gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, I should be able to do tomorrow. I'm gonna try for 12, but I'm just so busy. I'm just like so busy. I have so many things I need to do. So it's hard to, to get the ball rolling and stuff. Well, I think I'm gonna end here. Again, I would love to go till 4. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe I can go till 4. I won't have something that's like in the way, and I could get like a full 3-hour, maybe even 3.5, 4-hour stream. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna get back to this. Get back to here. Thank you everybody for the enriching, interesting conversation. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too, because this was great. I love being able to talk to you guys about Disney Channel and Nickelodeon, because I don't really talk about Nickelodeon on my channel, so it's nice to be able to talk about it and here on the streams. So yeah, thank you a lot guys for joining, for leaving stuff in the chat, for hanging out, talking, and yeah, I'll probably get going now. I have to get ready for a meeting. So, awesome. It was cool engaging in this convo. Yes, thank you, KB. I agree. Same goes the both way in the live stream. Yeah. Conversation. We had a conversation on the live stream. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, thanks to everybody who commented. If Shy, if you're still there, yo, what's up? I'm going to message you after my meeting, and we're going to get some Gravity Falls episodes recorded. And, yeah, I'm going to get heading out now. So, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. And yeah, hi Shy. The stream was nice. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad it was cool. Glad it was swaggy. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off is going to be done by tomorrow. I hope your meeting goes well. Thank you, Shy. I struggle with meetings, but we're going to get through it. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in for the stream. W stream. Aw, thank you, Jay. That's nice. W means like, yes, good. So, thank you. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. I'm going to try for 12. It's going to be between 12 and 1. Just, get that notification on so you'll know when I stream tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. It was nice. Bye. Thanks, Loki. Yeah, it was nice to see you again, too. I'll see you guys tomorrow between 12 and 1. Thank you for joining. Bye.